Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different episode. We're going to be playing Data Center. Pretty sure it just came out. But I am into these management type of games, so let's see what we got. Loaded in. Looks like we have a trolley that's trying to run away. What's this? Looks like a shipping container. Looks like our mini fridge, computer, coffee machine. This must be our data center. Looks like we have 10 rack slots and then a lot of overhead gantries. Looks like it wants me to buy a rack. Buy rack, never switch to X server cable. Uh, buy 8 of these. RJ45. That. I'm not going to do a patch panel. That doesn't really make sense to me. The patch panels are like passive things. It just goes from one to the other. I don't understand why we're stacking servers like that on the trolley. You know anything about servers? They usually have the power supply, like removable power supplies. And the fingers for those would absolutely not allow this. We get the rack. Switch. Alright, looks like we're full. Looks like it wants us to start in the middle. I am not into that. We're going to start on the end here. Got our nice little rack. Start doing this. Looks like it wants us to also top mount the switch. I am not going to be doing that. I'm going to be middle mounting the switch because I prefer middle mounting. We do middle mounting in my job as well. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more servers. Whee. Oh, that jump sound effect is terrible. Good thing we don't have to jump. I don't know what's making fan noises. We haven't plugged anything in yet. Actually, I think I saw at the top of the rack fans. Yeah, there's fans at the top of the rack. Alright, so we have our switch. We got our Ethernet cable. We have 8 servers. I think I'm going to use these 2 as my out, and then we're just going to use these 8. You know what? Let's cancel. Move. Go here, go here, go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do kind of like how they do their cable management. It's kind of nice. Everything has like a snappy method, which is cool. And there we go. All of our servers are connected. That's what we do. Look at this guy. Bermuda Triangle backups. Mysteriously never found. I don't like that. That's not a good slogan for a backup company. They want yellow servers, which is what we bought, and they want 40,000. I think each of these is 5,000. So we have 40,000. Cable to servers, yep, done that. Cable to switch to the customer base, sure. Okay. Let's go ahead and cable that up first. So we'll use these 2 ports. I'm going to go to the right side for all my ISP hookups. And we're going to do an LACP bond, which just means that we're going to basically team the two ports together, allowing us to do up to 20 gigabit per second of throughput, even though that's completely unnecessary in this application. Where did my spool keep? What the? Got her. Alright. Plug this up. We got these two links. We're going to LACP group those. Rack 1. Alright, so now we're LAC ponded over here. 48, 13, 16. What's my gateway? 1. 48, 13, 16. 48. 48.13.16.2. Right? 48, 13, 16. Yep. Paste.3. Paste.4. Paste.5. Surprised it doesn't let you set these and just cause problems. 8 and .9. Okay. And then I think we have to do this. Yeah, this sets who it belongs to. Okay. There's no back of the rack for some reason. We are sending packets over the LACP. So it's doing, looks like 2 gigabit per second across. As you can see, we're only pulling 2 gig overall. Sweet. Kind of cool. But no. It looks like we're generating XP now, which is cool. It looks like it wants us to get another person. So reputation is 10, so we can only do this one. We need 80,000 IOPS. 80,000 IOPS. The only way to get that is through 16 of these. Yeah. Okay. And then 2 switches and a rack. We'll do some nice SOC compliance. Give them their own rack. Make sure we got those access logs. Even though there's no access logs. Wonder if I can bond across the switches or if that'll break something. Probably break something. Probably unnecessary right now anyways. One, two, three, four, five, six. Take these out of there. We're basically just setting up server farms for clients. Or maybe we're just a VPS host. Virtual private servers. We're making $4 a second currently off of 8 servers. Somehow we don't have any expenses, even though we're using a crud ton of power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2 more. Just gonna run and grab those. Not gonna bring the cart. Alright, I forgot jumping sounds terrible. We're gonna have enough space? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm gonna have to put it in the top of this rack. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Go into the top of that rack it goes. It's fine. Breaks what I wanted to do, but whatever. So you. Alright, that's that side. This thing getting shoved in my face is not cool. What we gotta do for right now. Alright, so that should be all the servers that we need in racks. So go ahead and pick these guys up. Okay. Should be able to turn these on now. That's also a terrible sound. What's my subnet? 69215. 9.2.15.2. Four, 5, 6, 7. Weird that I don't have to set it on these. On the other ones, I had to set them. And then we'll go over to the other rack and get the 9 in there. Alright, and then that 10. We'll copy this instead. Actually, make my life easy, copy that. Mm, 13. stacking. What? 10,000 IOPS. Something's not correct here. Is it because I don't have an LAC P-bond between the switches? I don't know if I can group over two switches. Alright, so it doesn't like that. So get rid of that. Get rid of that too. Do this instead. Oh, well, that sucks, but not fixing that now. I've got a timer. Oh, that's why. It had nothing to do with what I had. These are just set to the wrong customer. What a goober. Whatever. I thought the red packets meant that it was bad, but the red packets are just the color of that company. What a goober. Oh, everything's flowing now. Up to 27 reputation. UFO download station. They want 100,000 IOPS this time. Okay. If I wait a little bit, I can get the 22,000 or 2,200 XP required to do the 12,000 IOPS servers. So I think we might do that. It's almost not really even worth it though. 7 U's. I guess it's worth it. The price definitely isn't worth it, but what else can we unlock? Custom colored rack. Wow, so fancy. You nobody got time for that. The DAC cables? No. 40 gig. Ooh. Yeah, they want 100,000 IOPS. 100,000. The 2 is 10. Okay, so 20 servers. That's basically 3 racks full. I guess I can run some cables over to this rack instead of doing the 3 racks. How many do we have? 8 plus 7? In actuality, I could run this entire thing on one switch at 10 gig. I just would lose the LACP bond, which doesn't really matter right now. Because we're only pushing 4 gig through this. If we were pushing higher than 4 gig, that would make sense, but we're only pushing 4 gig. So 20 servers, 2 cabinets, 2 switches. Plus some more cable. Oh, I don't have the money for this. And you can't go into debt, so I guess we're hanging out. Guess I'll buy what I can. Start setting it up. Look at all those servers. My Rex. Where's my blinker plates so that I can do the hot and cold aisles? I'm hoping there's more content than the content that I see on the shop computer. I feel like if that's all the content they have, there's not that much content yet. Even though it's out. I don't know if it's out in early access, so I didn't actually see that. Could entirely be out in early access. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're switching. Need one more server to finish that rack out. All right. So 1, 2. Four. 8 servers. Or that's 15 servers. I think I need, what, 5 more? Yeah, 5 more. Oh, no. Well, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think I have the money for this. I may have screwed myself. I guess I will set this stuff up now. 100, 214. $100.2.14. Copy to 3, 4, 5. Why I'm not pulling out like a cart and doing this stuff, I don't know. Being able to set an IP address like directly on the interface is bizarre. But I guess we can consider it like ILO or something. How many more servers do I need? 5? 5 more? Afford that? Yes. Grab the cart. Don't need this rack open anymore. Hopefully that's the correct slot. Looks like it is. Wait. That one's too low. Right there. Brought a cable on that roll. Where do we end up? 17? this empty roll. Alright. We got 3 racks set up. Got 3 customers set up. Their data is schmovin'. This is kind of unnecessary. I don't really need LACP for these. There's just not enough throughput required for that. Oh well. Our next customer wants 120,000. So probably 2 racks full. Definitely don't have the money for that. I feel like we're just gonna end up hanging out until we have the money. Our EOL looks like we got about 3.5 hours on those devices. And I think we're good for now. Let's see. How much XP do we have? 3,000. I could start getting fiber switches, but then I need to also unlock the fiber wiring. Or fiber itself, I should say. USFP standard fiber. USFP modules. I don't think any of these people accept USFP modules, do they? All these customers currently only have, that's a standard transceiver port. I can only go up to 10. Those are 10 gig Ethernet transceivers. Yeah. None of them have QSFP ports. At least not yet. Our network is functioning, so I guess we'll call it there. Oh, the reason I needed the second switch was to get this guy plugged in. That's right. Right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I needed the second switch for that guy. I could have just direct wired him in, because maybe I'll do that still. Alright, well. Did a bit of a jump cut, as I'm realizing this is kind of an incremental game. It takes forever to generate money. There's no way to speed up time that I can find. That's a radio for music. Chairs don't seem to do anything. Can't rest or anything. Can't speed up time. So yeah, this kind of feels like an incremental game. Might only have 1 episode of this. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get another customer in here. They want 120,000 IOPS. 120,000 is going to come out to 24 servers. Two switches, 2 racks. Buy another thing of cable. Back down to no money. Grab our racks. Alright, got our racks in place. Put in our servers. What in the world? These servers are not being placed correctly. Take our cart back to the front. After we get this set up, we'll go through the shop. It's very limited. I learned that the game doesn't claim to still be in early access, from what I can tell on the store. It did release on 1.037, which makes it feel like it's a legit release. But the amount of content in it doesn't really feel like a 1.0 worthy release, if that makes sense. We'll go through it after I set this one more customer up. This might be a one and done series. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get one more in there. I didn't get to play the demo build, so I don't know what was added between the demo build and this, but kind of feels like it's the same thing from what I was watching of the videos. I know my buddy played the demo, so I'll have to ask him. I think there's one more server. One more after this. Okay. Get our wiring done. I wish wiring was this easy in real life. There's no VLANing or anything in this game, so I don't really have to worry about where I'm plugging stuff in. It's kind of depressing. Oh, I haven't built them yet. Remove that. That's enough to get this opened up. Okay. 100 to 15. 100 to 15. 100. 100.2.15. Dot copy. 2. 3. 4. 5. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The other thing that's weird is, like, if you look at the tutorial, like, windows, they almost feel like they were AI written, which is weird. So, this is all done now. As you can see, traffic's flowing. The problem now is if we look at my money, I've only got $7,500. If I look at what the next requirements are, they want 100,000 IOPS and 50,000 IOPS. We do that math real quick. 100,000 IOPS divided by 5,000. So I'll need 20 of these servers. And then I'll need 12 of these servers. I'll need more racks. But I'm already up to $13,400. I've only got 8,000. So now I need to sit here and wait like many, many minutes in order to continue expanding. No way to speed up time, nothing like that. It's cool seeing the packets move around. That's really about it. We go to the escape menu, we go to tutorial. If we look at racks, for example, what is a rack U? This tells you what a rack U is. Doesn't really have anything to do with what's going on. We're talking like 4U dense storage. This has nothing to do with this game. If you go to planning your rack, leave 1 to 2U gaps for airflow between hot equipment. This is like hot and cold aisles. There shouldn't be airflow gaps. There's no PDUs in the game, so there's no reason to reserve anything. Account for cable management arms. There's no cable management arms. The cable management's built into the rack. Have your equipment at the bottom for stability. Weight's not in this game. Like, we're talking like standard weight capacity and everything. There's none of this in this game. Common mistakes. Forgetting cable management space, ignoring airflow gaps, not checking equipment depth. This is impossible in this game. Overloading the top of the rack and mixing front to back to front airflow equipment. We don't have hot cold aisles. There's no, that's not here. like, like it's just so out of place. And then if we're talking cable SFP, this is talking about DAC versus AOC. There's no DAC in the game. What are we talking about? Like, I would love for this to make sense, but this honestly looks like they asked AI to generate something. IPv6 is not in the game. We're talking about IPv6. Like, I just don't understand. But it's a cool, it's an idler game. This is an idler game. It's a cool thing for you to have to set up the equipment. Let's go look at the shop. There's only 2 servers for each tier. And like the network equipment is it doesn't do anything. Like here, let me order all the network equipment so that we can look at them. Like I just don't understand. Like it seems like the intention was there, but like if this is an actual 1.0 release, it feels like they just missed the mark entirely. So if we look, you got this switch, which is all standard SFP plus QSFP on the side for 40 gig. This is all QSFP for 40 gig. This is just SFP, and this is just Ethernet. And then they want you to do border, spine, and leaf, which sure, I guess makes sense for the 40 gig. Like the 40 gig can obviously be an aggregator for all the ISPs, and then they connect into here. But if we go to the ISPs, as of right now, their max throughput's 10 gig on each of these ports. So you would have to LECP to one of these to get the outbound. Like you'd have to use this as an aggregator to aggregate the ISPs, and then use this with those ports to spine out. But then you're just going back into using this switch hardware. There's no VLANs in this game, so I don't know. It seems like they were just adding things to add things, but it's like missing. It's like missing the mark. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like this is an ARM server. This is some kind of mainframe server, and then this is a standard Intel or something. And then you got a GPU server. They're all the same thing. They're just recolored. The only thing that's different is this one. Like this one has vent ports, but like the UI is the same on each of these. They just changed this bottom part. Like I'm not dissing on them, but like if this is a 1.0 release, I don't know, man. But thanks for attending my TED Talk. I'll put it that way. Have a great night, guys.